Good morning, friends. Welcome back to another Monday morning motivation. We're continuing our series on Mindset Reset, Rewiring Your Brain for Joy and Purpose. Last week, we learned how to find clarity by managing anxiety. This week, we're building on that with a very crucial habit for protecting our peace and sanity. This week, we're talking about the power of the pause. We're talking about how to say no with grace and how to practice putting yourself first without guilt. For many of us, the thought of saying no is terrifying. We're people pleasers, driven by a fear of letting others down or of being seen as selfish. But as Brené Brown reminds us, daring to set boundaries is about having the courage to love ourselves, even when we risk disappointing others. And lovingly putting yourself first is not only a biblical command, it's a prerequisite. The Bible says to love your neighbor as yourself. To love others well, you are first required to love yourself, and that will sometimes mean saying no. In a world that constantly demands our time and energy, learning to say no isn't selfish. It's a vital act of stewardship over the life and gifts God has given you. As Christians, we have the ultimate example of healthy boundaries. Jesus himself in Luke chapter 5 verse 16 tells us, Jesus often withdrew to lonely places and prayed. This wasn't a passive act, it was an intentional choice. In the midst of constant demands from crowds seeking healing and teaching, Jesus knew when to pause. He knew when to withdraw and recharge, prioritizing his time with the Father. This example shows us that putting ourselves first, not out of selfishness, but out of a need to connect with God and tend to our own spirits, is not only allowed, but it's commanded. If you're finding this helpful, please go ahead and hit that like button, share this video with a friend, and subscribe so you don't miss the rest of our series. And we'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Your support means the world to us. I can't say it enough. Thank you. Now let's get into the 3 steps that you can begin doing today to practice saying no with grace. Number 1, know your yes. Before you say no, you have to know what you're saying yes to. Take a moment to define your priorities. What are you called to do? What gives you life? When you are clear on your yeses, whether it's your family, your spiritual walk, or a specific calling, it becomes much easier to see when a request is a distraction. This is when your no becomes not selfish, but a necessary and a helpful act of protecting the things you've already committed to. Number 2, the pause and respond method. When a request comes in, avoid giving an immediate yes. Instead, simply say, "Let me check my calendar and get back to you." This gives you the space to pray about it, assess your capacity, and make an intentional decision free from pressure. Number 3, be kind, be firm. When you do need to say no, you can do it with grace. Use phrases like, that sounds wonderful, but I can't commit to that right now. Or, I'm not able to take on anything new at the moment, but thank you for thinking about me. These phrases are kind, respectful, and firm, protecting your peace without harming the relationship. Learning to set boundaries is a powerful step toward living an intentional life of joy and purpose. So this week, your challenge is to practice the pause and respond method. What is one area in your life where you need to practice saying no? Share your commitments in the comments below. Come back next time as we continue our Mindset Reset journey. Until next time, step purposefully into your best week. It starts now.